right, downright outrageous, but you can't call it boring. It's dynamic, dazzling, and certainly sizzling supercross racing.
Exotic factory-backed motocross machines. And there's not a dog in the park, at least not the two-wheeled or the two-legged variety. The fast guys are here, including this man, defending the title, #1, George Joe Bay. And he is looking for a good outing on the opening round. Who wants a piece of him? Jean-Michel Bayle, the Frenchman, currently living in Redondo Beach, California, and tabbed by many as the finest motocross rider in the world. But there's 39 other guys that want a piece of this action, too. The world title is on the line, and there's some hungry riders ready to go fast. As Prime Network brings you exclusive coverage, as Honda presents the Shoei Helmets U.S. Grand Prix of Motocross. Stick around. Planners, and welcome to the Shoei Helmets U.S. Grand Prix for Motocross. It's the opening round for the World Championship for the 500cc motocross bikes, and we've got the fastest riders in the world on the quickest factory bikes in the world. Now, it's not since 1989 that an American has won this event. But boy, we've got a stellar lineup. Let's take a look at some of the hot shoes right now. First off, Jean-Michel Bayle, the former world champion in 125s and 250s, won this event here in 1991, so he's the defending champion at this particular park. George Joe Bay, he won the whole world championship title and put on an outstanding performance here last year, especially when you consider that he had the flu and was on antibiotics. Then there's Jeff Matasevich. Matasevich is considered by most to be the top American with a great shot at winning here today. Billy Lyles, another American, rides the whole World Championship Tour and is considered by some to be the one to tab for the World Championship title this year. From Britain, it's Kurt Nicole. He just came off of a dominating series of rides in the British National 500cc Championship. And if there's a sentimental favorite, it's got to be David Thorpe. He's a multiple 500cc world champion from the past and could put it all together once again. It's going to be a great show, a great race, and we're proud to bring you exclusive coverage here on Prime Network. Joining me for coverage in the pits in the paddock area is Terry Clanton.
Thanks, Bruce. I'm very excited to be here for the premier motocross race in North America. The big story today, the new format for World Championship competition. Instead of 2 40-minute motos, we're going to have 3 25-minute motos. How's it going to affect the competition? Let's listen to the riders.
It's going to be, I think, for everyone, very tough. It's much tougher and harder than the year before because you need a very good physical condition in the 500 races. But I think with the new regulation, with 3 motos, it's going to be much harder for the physique and mentally. So I think I will have to rest a lot between the heats, not to train too much on Saturday and Sunday morning, just, you know, give everything for the 3 motos. And it's going to be very important to race, but very consistent on the 3 motos.
Basically, I think the riders prefer the 2 motos of 40 minutes. If you get a bad start in a 25-minute moto, you can pretty much barely count yourself back in the points. In a 40-minute moto, you have 20 minutes to pull yourself back together and then 20 minutes to catch the leading guys. And under certain conditions, on certain tracks, top riders were able to start from the back and finish in the top 3 or 4. And you won't see that happening this year. There's just not time enough for a rider to make a big mistake in the early going and recuperate the positions.
That's it from the riders. I'll be in the pit area all day, and we'll talk with the riders in between motos and the overall winner. Bruce?
Well, you've already met 2/3 of our broadcast team, but let me introduce you to a legend in motocross action. He's won every national championship title the AMA has. He was also a tough competitor here last year, Mr. Jeff Ward. But, Jeff, you're not riding today. Why not?
No, I wish I was here. I had some surgery on my wrist earlier this week, and I got some staph infection, so it's real tender right now, and I have to sit this one out.
This racetrack, you've ridden it before. It looks to me to be a real challenging one. What do you think of it?
It looks to me like it's in the best condition I've ever seen it in. The weather's been perfect all week, a little rain, so the track's real tacky. We should see some good racing.
Now, there's Bayle, Matasevich, Joe Bay. Is there any way that you can figure out who's going to win this one before we do it?
Well, I know Bayle's real fast. I know Matasevich real fast. I haven't seen Joe Bay ride this year, so there's some newcomers with Kurt Nichols also, and I haven't seen them ride, so this is a new one for everybody. The first race is always real special to see who's going fast.
Well, we expect a lot out of you to help add to this broadcast. Prime Network's exclusive coverage of the Shoei Helmets USGP continues right after this. They're loading them into the starting gate now.
Prime Network's exclusive coverage of Honda's presentation of the Shoei Helmets US Grand Prix is brought to you by Honda, the Supercross 250 and 500 champion. Powerful reasons to ride red in 92. Honda, come ride with us. By Sunstar Sprockets. On the dirt, on the pavement, Sunstar is the choice of champions. And by Kawasaki. Kawasaki, let the good times roll.
The Supercross 250 and 500 champion. The AMA 600 Supersport champion. The AMA National Cross Country champion. If you don't have a wing, you don't have a prayer.
Hey, motorcycle fans, it's the all-wild, all-crazy, and all-new Blackwater 100 video. If you like off-road bikes, then just take a good look at this. It's outrageous, and it's new from Moto Video Home Video. If you thought that last year's Blackwater video was good, just look at this. You'll see the Blackwater like you've never seen it before. Order this all-new Blackwater video, and you'll see the rider-mounted helmet cam giving you a bird's-eye view of the outrageous Blackwater track. Call toll-free to get this 60-minute Blackwater Revisited video right now. To order your video with any major credit card, call the toll-free number on your screen or send check or money order for $29.95 plus $4 postage and handling to Moto Video, P.O. Box 9501, South Laguna, California 92677. That's P.O. Box 9501, South Laguna, California 92677. Remember, it's the all-new Blackwater video available exclusively through this TV offer.
When Team Honda and Jean-Michel Bayle take on the competition, they insist on the best performance equipment available. That's why the most dominating combination in motocross uses Sunstar Sprockets. The very same dependable and lightweight sprockets used by Team Honda are available to everyone, from world champion to weekend warrior. Sunstar, the choice of U.S. Grand Prix winner Jean-Michel Bayle. Sunstar Sprockets, available at your local motorcycle dealer nationwide. Sunstar, the choice of champions.
Welcome back to Prime Network's exclusive coverage of the 500cc World Motocross opening round. And there are 40 riders loaded into the starting gate ready to go on a perfect weather day. At least perfect for motocross. 68 outside, 71% humidity, a northwest wind of 10 miles an hour, but a 50% chance of rain. The signboard is up. We're getting close. When the three motos are over, the Sunstar Sprockets Rider of the Race will be named. Jeff Ward and I are the only ones who vote on that, and you'll be watching the same race we do. We'll see if you agree with us as who is the Sunstar Sprockets Rider of the Race when it's all over. Meanwhile, Jeff, as they load in, it's tension time.
Yeah, right now it's all concentration. The car turns sideways and you want to flinch and at any sign of that gate, and there they go. Right now it's not sure who's getting the front. Looks like Jean-Michel Bayle. That's bad news for everybody else right now.
Oh boy, he turns that corner with a perfect line and didn't give up a bit of momentum, and he's out in front handily. But look at that battle behind him.
Yeah, right now everybody's shuffling for position. They just watered the track, so you want to stay clear of all the puddles so you don't use as many tear-offs as you don't want to use them all in the first lap because it's a long race.
How many tear-offs are you going to stack on?
Usually there's about 6 that you put on for the race, and now there's a rider down, number 16. I'm not sure who that is.
That is Mervyn Ansey out of Great Britain trying to get it relit, and the race is for second, third, and fourth.
They're packing up right now. Whoa, look at that. Number 17 went down. It's not good news right now this early in the race.
17 is Joel Smets out of Belgium. The other guy joining him there is the number 96, Rich Taylor from Ketchum, Idaho, and that hurt their chances.
Yeah, they're basically out of the race right now. When you got Bayle out front moving away, it's impossible to catch him that far back in the pack.
Now, there's an almost level portion of this racetrack, and then there's some hillsides with some elevation changes.
Yeah, this is a real unique track. It's got a lot of supercross jumps in it, and it's got a lot of uphill, downhill. It makes it real fun for the rider.
There is a good shot of Bayle going away. Uh-oh, problems for Jackie Martins, the number 2. The only rider on a 4-stroke today, and he doesn't look like he's in a hurry.
No, he's taking his time there. I don't know why. It's a long year, and you got to get as many points as you can in this World Championship.
You've seen the leader go by already. This is now the race for the second place spot. Number 67 and 5. 5 I know is Lyles for sure.
And 67, these new numbers are hard for me to pick up because it's a new year, and Lyles is trying to get by this guy as soon as he can because he's got to catch Bale. You can see right now Bale's moving away.
67 is Jorgen Nilsson out of Sweden, and at the moment he's holding down the second place spot, but Lyles is hunting him.
Lyles is a hard rider. I think he's probably one of the most strongest riders on the track speed-wise on the European circuit for American, and he's probably got the best chance of winning it.
There went one of the tearaways right there as we watched the rider from Sweden reach up and tear it away, and Lyles used that time to get by him quickly.
That was a bad spot to use. I think I would have waited till a drop-off. Lyles just took one off there, if you noticed that, and he did it on the downhill, and nobody got by him.
When you're up in the front like that, you can go ahead and use one tearaway knowing that you've got to be able to see, right?
That's correct. Bale right now, he's probably has no problem seeing. He might have taken off a couple right now to make a little bit clearer vision for himself.
There's a look at number 67, Jorgen Nilsson, who currently holds down the third place spot, and we've got a hillside full of people that really enjoy motocross watching them go. There's Jeff Matasevich, number 94.
He's looking really good right now. I think he's in the top 5, probably in 4th, and he's got to start moving up right now to catch up to Bale. There goes Bale right now, and he's going to move out if Jeff doesn't get moving.
Bale over the tabletop section, which is a lot like a supercross track at any of the stadiums across the United States. Here comes the second place, number 5. That's Billy Lyles. Third place is 67, Nilsson. Fourth place, 94, Matasevich, and then the pack behind them.
Yeah, right now it's still pretty. There's George Jobet right there in about 6 or 7, so you can't count him out right now.
Matasevich is working hard on Nilsson. This is the battle for third place. He wants by, doesn't he?
Yeah, Matasevich wants to make a move right by, and there he goes right now. Perfect supercross move, and Jeff is known for slamming the door, and he did it right there perfectly.
Just took his line away and said, you're done.
That's the name of the game. I mean, he knows who's out front. He knows he's got to be there with Bale, and he's riding hard.
94, Jeff Matasevich, the one who has the nickname Chicken, goes awful quick on this racetrack and is now up into the third place spot as fourth place Nilsson finds himself in pursuit of the fast American. On back a little ways there goes the number 55, and behind him, number 1, Jobet. First time we've seen the world champion at work.
George Jobet's been around a long time. He knows how to win championships, and he's here to place real well. I'm not sure if he's going to win, but he'll be up there.
Here's a look at the RKXL scoreboard. Bale in front, Lyles, Matasevich, Nilsson, and Edwards. We'll be back with more exclusive Prime Network coverage after this.
Don't dump in the storm drains. The beach is closer than you think. To help, call 1-800-HEAL-BAD.
Hey, dudes and dudettes. Any plans for tonight or maybe this weekend? Well, boogie on down to Rollertorium. Never skated? No worries, bud. Just bring a pillow, and enjoy a new view of the world. It's a trip. Hey, we even give classes and private lessons, and we provide the skates if you don't have your own. Who knows, you might wind up in world competition or even the Olympics, but you'll definitely have a totally tubular time. Rollertorium in Buena Park, 7951 Commonwealth at Stanton, just 1 block east of Beach. Rollertorium, Buena Park, be there.
Goodwin Honda in Fullerton is having their 20th anniversary sale. Goodwin says now's the time to buy or lease a new 1992. All models are priced hundreds and hundreds of dollars below factory sticker during our 20th anniversary sale. And best of all, the prime rate is the lowest it's been in years. This means lower interest rates for you. Now drive the all-new Prelude Coupe for only $199 per month. The top-of-the-line beauty. Now's the time to visit Goodwin Honda on Commonwealth in Fullerton.
Welcome back to Glen Helen Raceway in San Bernardino, California. It's the opening round of the 500cc World Championship for motocross. Bruce Flanders and Jeff Ward with you. You're watching the battle for second place. It is number 5, Billy Lyles, and number 94, Jeff Matasevich. And Matasevich is hunting him hard.
Yeah, he's all over him. He's going left and right, making Lyles worry about where Jeff is going more than where he's riding, and Jeff's trying to set him up here right now.
Ooh, he's making a drive at him on the inside as they come over these whoops.
He's pushing real hard. He's got the inside line. There you go. Piece of cake. And now Jeff's just going to move on and try to catch Bale.
I like the over-the-shoulder look at him as he accelerated away from him off of that corner. So 94, Jeff Matasevich is now in second. He's going after Bale. Let's see if he can close the distance.
Right there, you can see him look over and try to mark him so he knows how far he's out and how hard he's riding, whether he's catching him next lap. He might look over there again.
Now, will Billy Lyles go to school on him?
He's going to stay with Jeff, and hopefully the two of them can push up to Bale.
Here's a replay of it. You analyze it.
Right now, you can see Lyles made a mistake there on the left and hit a hole, and he lost his braking power, and Jeff saw that and took advantage. And right here, Lyles tried to score up, but made a mistake, and Jeff was looking back to see where he was at. As you say, no problem.
Uh-oh, problems here for Kurt Nicole. The number 9 rider is is apparently done for the day. I'm guessing he broke something. As we've mentioned, these are rather exotic machines that they're riding on, and they're finely conditioned athletes that are on top of them. So let's meet one of them up a little closer. Man and machine, the KX500 Kawasaki and Jeff Matasevich. A 22-year-old native Californian, currently calling Anaheim Hills home, Jeff Matasevich first rode for Kawasaki on the 125cc bikes in 1987. In 1990, he moved up to the full factory ride, and it is about time now for Jeff Matasevich to produce.
I think I'm past the learning curve, and like you said, I think it's time to start winning some championships and getting some championships under my belt. And, you know, I had a little setback with a broken femur, so that set back my plans, and, you know, I'm just trying to get back up to where I left off. You know, I know what it takes now to win races, and, you know, I know all the little ins and outs, what goes out on the track, so it's just a matter now of getting back in shape and feeling 100% healthy and winning races.
I think Matasevich is being real modest when he's talking about his femur being a little setback. For any normal person, it'd be a full year. He bounced back and ride in less than 6 weeks, which was a miracle. And he's a hard charger. He's got a lot to prove, and he'll be back. And here's a look at our KX500 that he'll be racing out here today. I've won 2 championships in the past 3 years. I think it's got a real great power band. It's a 5-speed. It weighs around 225 pounds, and it's a bike that can win races. I've proven it.
We're back on the leader right now, and Bale is in traffic. Now, talk to me for a moment about traffic.
Traffic is real difficult. This is the last lap, but he's got a nice lead. I'm sure he's looking back at Matasevich running second, and he's got pretty much wrapped up. He just doesn't want to get tangled with anybody, so he's going to stay clear.
Well, we watched Matasevich go by here. Billy Lyles in the number 5 plate is holding down the 3rd place position as they go out, and it looks to me that Bale's embroiled in traffic.
Yeah, right now he's just trying not to make any mistakes. He's trying to get by guys without going down. Like right now, these 2 guys are dicing, so he really doesn't know Bale's behind him, but Bale's a smart rider. He'll wait till the opening's there to take it, and as you can see, he's taking it real easy.
Yeah, he's not going to jeopardize his chances at this point in the moto, right?
No, he's got a good lead, but, you know, he's not sure how far Matasevich is behind, and if he lets up, Matasevich may be on a hard charge, and he can make it closer than Bale really wants it to.
Well, Bale's on top of his game today. In fact, he's on top of the game on a worldwide basis, but the rumor is he's going road racing, and we wanted to know why, so we asked him.
You know, I want to go back a little bit to Europe, to France, and, you know, I don't want to ride motocross in Europe because the GP is, you know, is getting very, you know, is not anymore sponsor anymore in the GP. So I want to go to road race because road racing in Europe is very, very big.
Well, Jeff Ward, that sounds like a purely economical move to me.
Well, it sounds like he's going for the money. I don't blame him. I know myself and Matasevich won't miss him at all.
There it is. Checkered flag time for Jean-Michel Bale, and the first moto is his, and by a commanding margin, too.
It looks good. He looks real happy there. He should be. He rode a strong race.
Here's our Fram Bendix Autolite scoreboard on the first moto. Bale the winner, Matasevich second, Lyles third, George Jobet fourth, and Warren Edwards on number 55, coming home in the 5th place position.
There's no surprises there for me except for Matasevich and Lyles the next moto. They get a better start. I think they'll be right up there.
The Honda race summary shows 1 leader, no lead changes, 31 minutes, 14.84 seconds to go the distance. We went a total of 14 laps, and there were 26 motorcycles finishing on the lead lap. Now, the winner, Jean-Michel Bale, is in the pit lane with Terry Clanton.
Thanks, Bruce. Jean-Michel Bale showing that he's on top of the world here in event number 1. What a start you got. That had to be one of the best starts you ever got.
Yeah, you know, I have a very good start always in 500, and, you know, it's always good to start with a good bike, and I wish I had this start in Supercross. It would be more easy to win some Supercross.
Now, you were way out in front. What goes through your mind, and how do you set the pace?
You know, it was, first of all, I was trying to, you know, to keep a little bit away from those guys and try to have a good lead. And after, you know, it's a 3 moto today. It's a bit changed before last year, so I was just riding, try to be smooth and try to rest for the second moto.
Now, last year you had some brake problems. Did you have any brake problems today?
No, American Honda make a good work and they fix everything.
You gonna make any changes for moto number 2?
No, I hope it's going to be the same, a good start, and I can pull away and try to ride like I ride in first moto.
Good luck.
Thank you.
A confident-sounding Jean-Michel Bale as you watch the talented hands of his mechanic Cliff White working on the Honda between motos out on the dirt. Normally, these mechanics travel across the United States in box vans and work under some rather severe conditions. But Kawasaki Racing has a whole different idea this year. It's this aerodynamic, quite sleek-looking 18-wheeler with room for an army of motorcycles and the army of mechanics it takes to make them all work properly.
The truck trailer part of it is all stainless steel with all stainless steel benches, has built-in water supply, toilet, shower, microwave, blender, coffee maker, toaster, VCR, television. It's got everything that you could conceivably want to have on the road, automatic hot water and all that stuff.
The reason we went to the tractor trailer rig instead of the box vans is as you look around the pits here, you can see everybody travels around all the races in box vans, and each box van has one mechanic and one rider as a combination in each vehicle. So if you have a team of 3 or 4 riders, you've got 3 or 4 vehicles running all around the country, and with each one of those vehicles there's expenses attached to it, and it's hard keeping track of everybody, you know, what's going on, keeping the team together, working together. You know, you're putting gas in 4 vehicles instead of 1. It's really hard to keep everything together. You got 4 parts inventories instead of 1, so we decided that a better way to do it would be just to consolidate the whole effort into one big vehicle, one tractor trailer rig.
I've had thousands truck drivers yell at me on a CB and say, where'd you get that pretty truck? And it kind of makes you feel good that you got the best looking thing on the road.
Well, he's right about that, Jeff. That is one pretty truck.
Yeah, there ain't nothing better than coming off a Moto win and stepping into that air conditioner and making yourself a nice, cool smoothie before the second moto.
You guys with the factory motocross contracts have a tough deal. We're getting set with the second round. Moto number 2 coming up for you right after this with exclusive coverage on Prime Network. Come on back and join us after this short break.
To some, the world just looks better from a different angle. For those select few, Honda built the CBR 900RR, CBR 600 F2, and VFR 750F. Enjoy the view.
On June 1st, 1992, world leaders from almost every nation on the planet will converge on Rio de Janeiro for the first ever Earth Summit. Held by the United Nations, these leaders will sign treaties that will determine the future of our global environment. At stake is the entire human race. Problem is, our own president may not participate. The only way of assuring that he will attend is for him to know that he has the full support of the American people now.
Call 1-800-LEAD-RIO.
Welcome back to Glen Helen Raceway in San Bernardino, California for the Prime Network exclusive coverage of the opening round of the 500cc World Championship Motocross. It's time for Moto number 2. The sign is sideways, so let's give it a listen.
Part of the whole race, and the most important for the riders to get through cleanly and not go down. You go down, your race is done.
From Sweden, it's Jorgen Nilsson in front of it. Right behind him is Bale, the Frenchman, and coming around the outside there is Jared Smith on bike 19. He's from Great Britain, so it's an international front 3.
That's what it's all about here in this World Championship.
Uh-oh, there were troubles there as a couple of them banged up and tangled up, and the safety workers over there trying to get them straightened out as we look at Nilsson with the lead coming to the tabletop jumps.
He's doing a really good job right now staying ahead of Bale. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure from him, but I'm sure Bale's feeling him out. He knows he got 2 motos to go, and this is a long moto still. Now, you got to remember, they have 3 motos instead of 2, and none of these guys in the World Championship have ever had this format, so they got to be a little bit extra, save some energy.
Is it going to use them up more than 2 long motos?
I think it is, because the adrenaline flow, you're going to have to have it 3 times. There's 3 starts, and the pace is going to be, I think, a lot quicker than it has in the 40-minute motos. They like to save up energy.
67, Nilsson with the lead. 22, who won the first moto. Bale in the second-place spot, and Jared Smith from Great Britain third as we're watching a passo full of riders who still think they've got World Championship hopes.
Well, of course, they know a lot of Americans are out here taking points away from them, and they go home and they're not going to be there, so they got to place the best they can, and it's a long season.
Why didn't you ever chase the World Championship?
Well, I just don't like living in Europe, I think is the biggest problem, but I wanted to at one point, but then I found out all the Europeans come over here, and I feel the best riders are in America.
Well, Bale, certainly one of the best riders in the world right now, putting a lot of pressure on the Swedish rider, who led him for a while in the first Moto 2, but right now Bale is getting a drive on him, it looks like.
I'm kind of impressed with Nielsen. I mean, he's had two good starts. I haven't really heard of him much in the past, but I think this is opening eyes for the season to come.
Another guy working inside the top 5 right now is number 9, Kurt Nicole. Bale has already taken over the lead, and if he's going to fly like he did in that first Moto, it might as well be over.
Yeah, this is a tough position for riders like Matasevich and Lyles, who placed really well the first Moto. They've got a lot of work ahead of them, and here comes Matasevich right now. He's off pace, and it's going to take a lot of work to catch Bale.
7th place was Matasevich. 8th place was number 5, Billy Lyles. They were 2nd and 3rd last time, so a poor start has hurt them.
It definitely has. I mean, they're going to work their way up, and we'll see how far they can get. I don't know if they'll be able to catch Bale with as smooth as he's been all day.
Georges Jobet, the number 1, we were watching for just a second. We've mentioned him several times in the show. He's plenty fast, but hasn't shown it to us today as Matasevich is working his way up through the field.
And there goes Matasevich. He just got around, I believe that's Ray Somo, and he's working his way through the pack, but he's got to get moving. He knows it right now. If I was in his position, I wouldn't waste any time.
I'm amazed at the athletic ability that some of these guys have. I mean, I'd be tired after just one moto as hard as you guys ride.
Yeah, well, we train real hard, and we're professional about what we do, and if you want to win, you got to train.
Here it is. This is our RKXL scoreboard. Bale in front of it, Nilsson 2nd, Jared Smith in 3rd, Marcus Hansen in 4th, and Billy Lyles rounding out the top 5. This is the 3rd year of international motocross at Glen, Helen. And now Kawasaki brings you a flashback to the 1991 version. Out in front of it on bike number 68 is Jeff Ward. He won Moto number 1 in a stirring performance that had the hillsides of Southern California cheering for his outstanding ride. But in the second Moto, bike number 67, ably ridden by Jean-Michel Bale, came home first. Boy, did he ride it hard. So Bale won the second Moto, while Ward won the first Moto. They were a tie on points, but the overall was awarded to Jean-Michel Bale. On the right-hand side, you can see second place, Jeff Ward.
If you like motorcycle racing, you'll want to get the full story every week in Cycle News, America's weekly motorcycle newspaper. Call now and have Cycle News mailed to your home every week with this special television offer. Subscribe for 1 year and get 50 weekly issues for only $33. Use your credit card or just say, "Bill me," and make 3 easy payments of $11. Call toll-free 1-800-325-2925. Subscribe to Cycle News and just say, "Bill me."
Jack, you look great. New clubs, new shoes, new ball. Well, it's the new me, Bill. New golf game, too. We'll see. It's showtime. Showtime. Hey! Whoa!
Maybe a 2-iron, Bill?
Yeah, a 2-iron. I just don't get it.
Well, it's showtime, Bill. And it's not the shoes, it's not the clubs, it's not the ball. It's this latest video from Golf Digest. How to get distance and accuracy.
A video?
Yeah, anyone can get it. And it's free when you subscribe to Golf Digest.
Huh?
Outdrive your partner with this half-hour instructional video. Free with a 1-year subscription to Golf Digest. Just $19.77. Call 800-932-1400. Imagine, the video and Golf Digest. Call 800-932-1400.
Deeply embroiled in Moto number 2 of the World Championship 500cc class. Bale is out in front. 19, Jared Smith is second, and you're watching the battle now for about 4th place.
This is incredible riding. Like I said earlier, you had to watch out for Billy and Billy Lyles and Matasevich, and they're right in they've caught up now, and they've got a bunch of guys in front of them.
Well, with Bale long out in front of it, normally they tend to string out, but this is a hotly contested ride as Billy Lyles is working on Nilsson right there.
Yeah, Lyles is all over the place. That's his riding style, though. It may look like he's out of control, but he's in control control, believe me. He's a good rider.
94, Matasevich right there behind him, and Marcus Hansen, we just saw a brief glimpse of him, number 68. He has literally been riding the wheels off of that bike.
That's a great ride for him. I'm not sure how long he'll stay up there with the hot shoes behind him with Lyles and Matasevich. They're putting the pressure on.
68 is Hansen, 67 is Nilsson, 5 belongs to Lyles, and right behind it, 94, Matasevich, and they're chasing number 19, Jared Smith, the Brit.
Yeah, they've got a freight train going right now. The fans are treated to a great race right now. It's Lyles, I believe, is going to be moving up here in a little while, hopefully, and it looks exciting.
When you're in this kind of spirited competition, how do you remember, like, what gear you're even in?
It's real difficult. I mean, you're concentrating on a guy in front of you, and you ride with the bike's power. If the bike's bogging, you shift down. If you're revving it, you shift up. So, I mean, if people ask me what gear I'm in the corner, I tell them I really don't know. You know, if you're out there thinking about it, you're not concentrating on racing. There goes Matasevich right now into 4th place, and he's moving up quick.
Serious airtime as right there, 68, Hansen putting some pressure on 19, Jared Smith, too. And don't forget, folks, a little later, Jeff and I have the dubious honor of naming the Sunstar Sprockets Rider of the Race. This is going to be tough so far, except for that number 22 Bale.
Well, it's not over yet. I mean, anything can happen with Matasevich and Lyles putting on the charge. They may get credited to the Hard Charger Award.
68, Hansen coming at you in this still tough battle for 2nd place. 19, Jared Smith is in 3rd, and that looks like Matasevich now working his way to 4th.
There he goes again. Same move as he did in the first moto. He didn't have to slam the door, but he's got his part on the track where he's got passing going down. He should be able to move up again maybe next lap.
The crowd, the noise that's around this place right now, can you hear that when you're riding?
Oh, definitely. Last year they motivated me both motos, and they're doing that right now for Matasevich. I think he's the crowd favorite, and his adrenaline's pumping right now. He wants to move up.
Well, the number 5, Billy Lyles, wants to move up, too. He's chasing there, the 19, Jared Smith, and that might be a move that puts him up one more slot.
There he goes again. He's right on Matasevich, and those two freight trained the first moto. I think they're going to get together again and move up into 2nd.
Picking him up over the jump, that's Nilsson with Matasevich now right on his exhaust pipe stinger there as they go to another jump. And here we are back on the leader. Number 22, Jean-Michel Bale. We haven't watched him a lot. He's just been too good and gone.
I've been keeping an eye on him, and he has looked like he's been changing his style. He's leaning back a lot more and taking some outside lines. So I'm not sure if his brakes are fading or he's got something wrong with his bike.
He still looks pretty. Even if there is something wrong with his motorcycle, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Back end is jumping around a lot, so it may be possible he has a back flat tire right now.
Shock absorber or anything else?
I don't think so. The way his riding style is looking, it's too smooth, but the back end is a little mushy, so he probably does have a rear flat, but he's riding incredibly smooth with one.
We're watching right now number 9, Kurt Nicole out of England, being chased by the world champion George Jobet here in the 500cc class. Now the rumor mills, the politics have reared their ugly head once again, and the rumor is that the FIM is going to do away with the 500cc class this next year. It's a shame because around the world it's considered the ultimate class in motocross. Well, we caught up with Kurt Nicole and asked him specifically about that.
Yeah, I think it's a great shame that 500s are going away. There isn't the development money being spent on 500 two-strokes now, that's for sure. I disagree strongly with the FIM taking away any class. The classes are there, and the sales of bikes shouldn't dictate what the premier class or what the classes are. As far as I'm concerned, then nature should take its course. If the 500 class is really ailing, then let it die naturally, but I don't think it's going to. Certainly in Europe, there's still a very strong feeling that the people come to watch the racing and they want to see the fastest racing available, and at the moment the fastest racing available is still 500 two-strokes.
Ain't no doubt that they're fast, and there is Kurt Nicole right now trying to hold off the world champion George Jobet. But Jeff Ward, your feelings on the political issue of doing away with the 500s?
Well, I think the problems they're having is it's a real difficult class to ride, and I think it takes a long time for riders to come up and get in the 500 class. And by the time they do get up, I think there's not enough guys up there to make the competition. They're all riding 250s, and I think they need to concentrate on one class and bring everybody into it. And when they do that, I think they're going to bring more fans back.
Well, the racing here today will bring fans back. It's just been outstanding.
It has. I mean, 500 is a machine to watch. It takes a lot of talent. and it's a handful. And the crowd is definitely seeing that today, what it's all about.
We're back on Jeff Matasevich right now, number 94, and Billy Lyles, and they've gotten away from a couple of those Swedes and Brits that were running with them and having their own one-on-one battle.
Yeah, this is good for them right now. They've got clear traffic. They got a long haul to catch up to Bale, but I think if he's having some problems, they might be able to sense it because the lap times have been dropping off Bale. I guarantee that mechanics of Matasevich are telling him that right now.
All right, well, it is a heck of a battle between those two, but this is a look back at just a few moments ago what happened.
Well, this seems to be the place to pass. First Moto, Matasevich made the pass on Lyles on the inside. Now here's Joe Bay making a pass on Nicole on the outside. It's a fast straightaway. You got to set up early coming down the straight, and it's a good place to pass. Nicole's looking back to see who's going to get him again.
And Matasevich is off of his motorcycle. It looked like he may have clipped a hay bale or something right around the finish line area. How quick can he get back into it? Come on, Jeff.
He doesn't look like he's moving too quick. Those 500s are hard to start, but here he goes. He's getting back onto where he's looking back, making sure he's not going to hit anybody, but it's not a good move there for Jeff.
Oh, and the benefactor of that is number 5, Billy Lyles, who now retains sole possession, and there's Lyles all alone in the second place spot.
Yeah, he knows Jeff went down because he saw him, and right now he's setting his sights on Bale. He's not worried about Matasevich anymore, so I'll be curious to see how far Lyles can close up the Bale.
Checking back on Bale. Our spotters have been reporting in my other ear that the rear tire is flat. Can you tell now for sure?
Oh, definitely. You can see it right there. It's a little bit low. With the 500, though, he should be able to get around the track about the same speed as he has. He's only been dropping off a little bit. You can see right here he's taking outside lines so he doesn't wash out that rear end.
Well, there is our Fram Bendix Autolite scoreboard. Bale in front of it, Lyles in second, Matasevich, then Jared Smith and George Jobay. We're coming back to Glen Helen after this.
Open road, mountain high, morning mist, golden sky, Kawasaki, it's where I wanna be. City streets, desert sun, rolling hills, forest run, Kawasaki, it's where I wanna be. Yeah!
No matter where you want to be, you can get there on a Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, let the good times roll.
Say who we are, and you save this with your discount subscription to this Road and Track at the lowest rate going. An instant TV discount of $9.97 off the basic rate if you grab the bargain now.
Call toll-free 1-800-942-6400. 12 issues are just $9.97. An instant TV discount of half off the basic subscription rate. To save now, call 1-800-942-6400. That's 1-800-942-6400.
You are watching number 5, American Billy Lyles, who currently holds down the second place spot in this Moto number 2 of the opening round of the World 500cc Championship motocross action. And that's who he's trying to catch on this last lap. Number 22, Jean-Michel Bale. We have established that Bale has a flat rear tire. Jeff Ward, what has he got to do different to still go fast?
Well, right now on the last lap, he's just cruising around. He's got big enough lead. But throughout the race, he changes lines. He's been taking outside lines and staying away out of the bumps so the back end doesn't kick around. Right now, he's running a tire. It's a really low-profile tire, so I've ridden with flat tires myself, and it's just a matter of changing your style position, and Bale's got enough style to play with.
And boy, he has shown us that style today, Jeff Ward. Here he is, just yards away now from the checkered flag that's out and waving for him, and he'll win Moto number 2. He also won Moto number 1. Let's take a look at our RKXL scoreboard. Jean-Michel Bale, the winner. Billy Lyles, a good second place. Jeff Matasevich, recovering from that get-off to catch third. Jared Smith, there's the unknown out of Great Britain, a solid fourth place, and the defending world champion George Jobay was fifth. The Honda race summary shows that one rider led it the whole way. It was a quicker time than the first moto, 29 minutes, 43.26 seconds. They completed 14 laps, and 30 motorcycles were left on the lead lap. Now, let's join Terry Clanton with the moto winner, Jean-Michel Bale.
Thanks, Bruce. Jean-Michel Bale making it look easy in Moto number 2. Even with a flat tire, that had to scare you a little bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit. It happened maybe 18 minutes before the end, so I was a little bit scary because Matasevich was riding very good, so I was trying to keep my fastest time as I can, but it was very difficult to ride.
The rest of the field probably wants you to start Moto 3 with a flat tire.
Maybe, but we're gonna change it.
All right, good luck in Moto number 3.
Thanks.
As Bale and the rest of us get ready for Moto number 3, for the spectators, there is a midway here for them to look at all of the latest different offerings from manufacturers, including this artwork, which I know Jeff Ward wants to have one of these beside his fireplace. Rad and Bad is one of the people on display there. They not only make clothing and display it to all the people, but they also make some really trick collector cards, some baseball type of cards. Jeff Ward, did you ever figure that you'd be on a baseball card?
No, I didn't. I wish they would have had those back when I was admiring all the riders I grew up with.
There's a look at the Jean-Michel Bale card. Would you think this is something great for the kids to collect and keep?
I think it's great because for the collecting fact, and you know, down the road, and maybe there'll be some good collectibles. We come up, they bring them up all the time. We sign them, and so we'll be able to trade a signed one for maybe a couple of Bradshaws. I don't know.
Well, there's a look at some of the trading going on right there, and here's a shot at the Ricky Johnson High Flyer card put together by the Champs marketing people. There's Jeff Matasevich in the backside, full of statistics and data. Mike LaRocco in another good shot. You can find out a lot about these riders too.
That's real interesting. Yeah, they put some stuff on there that I even look at and don't know about the riders, so it makes it real interesting for even me.
And again, thumbing through right now as the cards that they are displaying here also include the brand new 92s. And here's a look for some of you at the freshest cards that are out on the market. Whew, look at the colors there. I've got to adjust the color on my set. There is Bale with his Supercross number. Who's that guy?
That looks like Wardy right there.
Yeah.
It's a good shot.
And that isn't Jeff Ward at all. This is one of the poster girls from Rad and Bad who accompanies them to all of the races and busy signing autographs. And there's a look at some of the different posters. There's so many things for people to see in and around this area. And Rad and Bad, who sponsors, I think, 4 riders out on the AMA National Championship Tour, is just one of the many people. And here's a look at some of their clothing line. Oh, my, hello. Yes, I think that was the girl next door. The girl next door never looked like that when I grew up. You know, the marketing people for Rad and Bad have certainly got a pulse on the feeling of the audience and everything else, and their display adds color at every one of the motocross races where they stop, and we've had a lot of fun with them. And don't forget, too, look for those High Flyer Top Pro motocross trading cards where you shop for your baseball cards. We're setting them in for Moto number 3. This will be good. There's a look at Billy Lyles getting ready. Come on back and join us right after this.
It's time for You Lost Your Life, the show that proves if you're not buckled up, the loser is you.
That's right, because you could end up in place 3. Like traction. Or the emergency room. Stay tuned.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
With distinction on gas grills from Anaheim Patio and Fireside. Built-ins or portables, Anaheim Patio and Fireside makes your yard or patio that special place for family get-togethers. And for those finishing touches, Anaheim Patio and Fireside carries an incredible selection of accessories and outdoor patio furnishings. Anaheim Patio and Fireside, where service, selection, and prices will help you conquer the great outdoors.
Goodwin Honda in Fullerton is having their 20th anniversary sale. Goodwin says now's the time to buy or lease a new 1992. All models are priced hundreds and hundreds of dollars below factory sticker during our 20th anniversary sale. And best of all, the prime rate is the lowest it's been in years. This means lower interest rates for you. Now, drive the all-new 1992 Honda Civic for only $149 per month, and there's room for the whole family. Now's the time to visit Goodwin Honda on Commonwealth in Fullerton.
Welcome back to San Bernardino, California for the Prime Network's exclusive coverage of the 500cc United States Grand Prix of Motocross. I'm Bruce Flanders along with Jeff Ward, but here comes the third moto, and let's listen. But Jeff, I don't care how many motos you go to, there's a stirring of the soul when you hear that sound.
That's always the best part of the race for the spectators, that first turn. Usually somebody always laying down in the first turn, but this time they got away cleanly.
Number 55, Edwards out of Great Britain with the lead. That's the first time he's been anywhere near the front.
Yeah, he's running really strong, and there goes Bale making his little belt and gets right by him. That was a short lead.
Oh, no. Jean-Michel Bale is going to come around by the scoring and lead every lap so far. Here we are in Moto number 3, and he's been unbelievable today.
Well, he's been real consistent on his starts, and that's what it takes to win races, and he's down done it today, so he's out front with a clean track ahead of him.
Chasing number 22 Bale is the number 55. Warren Edwards out of Kent, England, also mounted on a Honda, number 55 on his number plate. Boy, some fantastic action happening here in the third moto. There's been some great racing in the first two motos, but in the 2 years that preceded this race, there was some outstanding racing too at Glen Helen. It's time now for a Kawasaki flashback of the 1990 U.S. Grand Prix. Anticipation ran high as the gate dropped on the first ever international moto at Glen Helen. As they came through the start and first corner, number 3, Eric Gabors, ended up leading and winning the moto. He was also the newly crowned world champion in 1990, chased to the checkered flag, though, by American Johnny O'Mara. The second moto, a completely different story, as Rick Johnson went on a rip and destroyed the competition. When they got to the victory stand, Eric Gabors on your left, Rick Johnson on your right embraced. Gabors had won the overall on the day, but it was the final motocross international appearance by either rider, and a memorable moment at Glen Helen. It should be brought to everyone's attention that Eric Gabors is convalescing currently from a very bad accident, an automobile accident on the road. And as he lies in his hospital bed, we hope he's watching us because we'd like to, on behalf of the whole motocross fraternity, wish him well. And Jeff Ward, we're watching right there, George Jobet, not far behind him, Billy Lyles. There's been a controversy between those two over equipment.
Well, that's true. Billy Lyles is riding a works bike compared to Joe Bay on a production bike. And it seems to be there's a little feud going on in the pits about whether who gets the bike or not. Billy Lyles has it right now.
Yeah, the clarification, the HRC, the heavy-duty factory equipment, is currently in the hands of rider number 5, right?
That's true. I think Joe Bay's a little teed off about that one. I would be, too, if I'm reigning world champion and I have a slower bike out there.
Now, there's the chance that that kind of a controversy would spill over onto the racetrack. We have heard rumors that they're hardly even speaking to each other. We asked more about that from Billy Lyles.
There's been a lot of controversy and a lot of hearsay of problems about faxes that have been sent to Honda in Japan, to Eric Gabors, and there are echoes and voices yelling all around. A lot of hard feelings. Right now, George and I aren't on speaking terms. And I'm not interested in the politics, personally. I mean, I've trained hard to do the job, and I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm out to win and do it fairly. And all I care about at the end of the day is to be on top and do it professionally, properly, with the sponsors and everyone behind me. And we'll see whose voice is loudest at the end of the year.
Well, they've been burning up the fax machines. The politics in this sport can eat you up, right?
Well, that's true. You know, I've been on teams where some riders think I got better parts than other riders, and it wasn't the case, but still there was a conflict, and it does take it out on the track because you want to beat that guy and get the good stuff.
We're watching right now Joe Bay and Johan Boonen. Boonen turning in his best performance so far, but Joe Bay just used him up and took over second.
That's true. I don't think maybe he hasn't been used to being up there as much, and he's got riders all around him. He's trying to ride as smooth as he can, but he's getting past.
Billy Lyles on the number 5 machine, trying to stay with the pace, and there's some guys we haven't seen for a while, like Matasevich, trying to make an outside move.
He got a real bad start. He's moved up real impressively, but he is a ways from the leaders, and he's got his work cut out of him out to catch up.
Well, here they come right down the front straightaway area. Matasevich going for one more right there as he goes under Nielsen.
Well, made a mistake there. I think he didn't wait long enough to let that one rider get out of the way, and he clipped his back wheel, otherwise he would have had a pass.
Yeah, but he didn't end up on the ground like he did in almost that same spot last moto, so he's recovering now and going to try and build it back up and get the speed going again.
Jeff's looking real confident right now. He's riding the 500, probably the best I think I've seen him ride in a long time.
The Fram Bendix Autolite scoreboard shows you the top 5. Bale, Jobet, Boonen, Lyles, and Hansen. Join us right after this.
When Team Honda and Jean-Michel Bale take on the competition, they insist on the best performance equipment available. That's why the most dominating combination in motocross chooses Sun Star sprockets. The very same dependable and lightweight sprockets used by Team Honda are available to everyone, from world champion to weekend warrior. Sun Star, the choice of U.S. Grand Prix winner Jean-Michel Bale. Sun Star sprockets, available at your local motorcycle dealer nationwide. Sun Star, the choice of champions. In 1907, Pasadena's Huntington Hotel set the standard for gracious hospitality. Now, masterfully rebuilt is the Ritz-Carlton Huntington Hotel. It's the perfect weekend getaway. You'll love dining in our 3 award-winning restaurants and dancing to live entertainment. Right now, the Ritz-Carlton Huntington Hotel has romantic getaways starting at just $119 per night. For reservations, call 818-568-3900. The Ritz-Carlton Huntington Hotel, just 15 minutes from downtown Los Angeles.
Hi, I'm Governor Roy Romer, and I'm proud to take you on a tour of one of the most dynamic states in the country. Welcome to Colorado. Colorado's foundation for progress is built on its greatest assets: a quality workforce, strategic global location, competitive tax climate, unmatched scenic beauty, and its unique and exceptional quality of life. I believe you'll find that Colorado has the resources to match your needs, and you'll agree there's no place like Colorado.
While we were away for that commercial break, somebody has lit a fire under Jeff Matasevich. He's really come alive on that number 94 motorcycle, Jeff.
He sure has. I think he's opened up into the clearance, and you can see the riders in front of him. He's got a clear track now, and he's moving good.
Oh, getting some serious airtime, too.
Chicken's known for that. He's the type of rider that is supercross, and this has got a lot of supercross stuff on it, so he is flying.
There's the leader, number 22, Jean-Michel Bale. The story has been Bale all day long, all 3 motos so far, and doesn't look like a flat tire this time. He looks plenty smooth.
No, he's riding. He's had it too easy out there today. I just wish I was out there to give him a little push.
Matasevich, though, he's the one with the throttle twisted on right now and closing in on yet another rider to try and improve himself one more position.
That's true. This is a good race for Matasevich. He's had some problems with, I think, his confidence, and this is going to build it up, and I think he'll be respected after this race.
He's catching Marcus Hansen out of Sweden right now on the number 68 motorcycle. That'll put him inside the top 5 if he can do that move.
Well, there he goes. The same thing he did on Lyle's first moto. He's got that part of the track down.
He uses every inch of this racetrack, doesn't he?
He does. He's got that supercross riding style. He'll just stick it in there and push you right over, and he did it there, and I'm sure he's going to try it again coming up here real soon.
Clarify this for me. What do you mean supercross riding style? We're outdoors.
Well, it's called a block pass. You come in on the inside kind of straight and sacrifice some of your speed by blocking the guy in front of you. It always works for a pass, but you lose a little bit on time, but position counts.
And you back the other guy up so that he's not right on your tail again, right?
That's exactly. It kind of messes him up and loses his momentum.
We caught for a moment there number 22, Bale, but now is the fight shaping up for second place. Number 1, Jobé. Number 5, right behind him, Billy Lyles. And just now catching up to him, 94, Matasevich.
This looks like it's going to be good. You got Lyles and Matasevich who swapped motos, and whoever wins between these two gets second overall, and they're battling hard.
When you get into one of these 3-rider freight trains like this, 3-4-rider, you guys just get going at like a Sonic level.
That's true. I think that's why maybe Bale looked back a little bit. He's out front by himself and just cruising. These guys are battling hard, and they're closing in, and he's kind of gauging how much time he's got between them.
The 3 riders tied together by a short rope. Jobé casts a glance over his shoulder to see how close they are. They're close, Jobé. Here's the RKXL scoreboard. Bale, Jobé, Lyles, Matasevich, and Hansen. We're coming right back.
Open road, mountain high, morning mist, golden sky, Kawasaki, it's where I wanna be. City streets, desert sun, rolling hills, forest run, Kawasaki, it's where I wanna be.
Yeah! No matter where you wanna be, you can get there on a Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, let the good times roll.
If you like motorcycle racing, you'll want to get the full story every week in Cycle News, America's weekly motorcycle newspaper. Call now and have Cycle News mailed to your home every week with this special television offer. Subscribe for 1 year and get 50 weekly issues for only $33. Use your credit card or just say, "Bill me," and make 3 easy payments of $11. Call toll-free 1-800-325-2925. Subscribe to Cycle News and just say, "Bill me."
When Team Honda and Jean-Michel Bale take on the competition, they insist on the best performance equipment available. That's why the most dominating combination in motocross chooses Sunstar sprockets. The very same dependable and lightweight sprockets used by Team Honda are available to everyone, from world champion to weekend warrior. Sunstar, the choice of U.S. Grand Prix winner Jean-Michel Bale. Sunstar sprockets, available at your local motorcycle dealer nationwide. Sunstar, the choice of champion.
Open road, mountain high, morning mist, golden
get there on a Kawasaki.
Kawasaki, let the good times roll.
Welcome back to the World Motocross Championship, an exclusive here on Prime Network. I'm Bruce Flanders along with Jeff Ward, and you're focused on the hot battle for second place. At the moment, it's in the hands of number 1, the world champion, George Jobé. But the crowd is pumping up Matasevich, Jeff.
They sure are. He's come from a long ways back. Right now, he's running third right behind George Jobé, and I can't believe he's come up this far. He's rode an excellent race.
Still, the number 22 is out in front of it, Jean-Michel Bale, but Billy Lyles is staying right in there, too, as you watch second, third, and fourth place right now.
Well, Lyles wants Matasevich real bad. He gets by him, he gets second overall. He gets third, and that's what he wants to be in that. He needs that points for that world championship.
It looked for a moment like he was riding a little over his helmet, too.
Well, I've known Billy for a long time. He's been a teammate also, and that's his style. I wouldn't get too scared about him going down. He rides that way all the time.
This is the closing stages, if you're just joining us, of the third moto. And the guy that's out in front has been just cutting them up all day. Number 22, Jean-Michel Bale. But the heat of the action is back in the second place battle.
Bale's just cruising right now. He's looking back over right there, and they've closed up on him quite a bit because they've been pushing, but he's got an easy coast for first place.
He's like looking over everybody. He wants to make sure that there isn't anybody going to get him here as he's coming across towards the finish line. And here comes that battle. Jobé, an overslide out of the corner. Matasevich running well.
And Chicken is just letting it hang out right now.
Checkered flag, winner of the third moto and all 3 motos today, number 22, Bale. And Jobé got to the line before Matasevich, and Lyles ended up with the 4th place spot.
Matasevich is pumped. He rode a good race all day, and it's going to be a real confidence builder for him throughout the year.
The RK XL scoreboard for Moto 3 shows Bale the winner, Jobé second, Matasevich third, Lyles fourth, and Marcus Hansen a distant 5th. The Honda race summary shows 1 leader. The time is posted there for you. They've got 14 laps in, and there were 23 motorcycles on the lead lap. Now, when it comes to the Sunstar Sprockets rider of the race, Jean-Michel Bale, right?
You got to give it to him. He led every lap.
Let's join the winner in Victory Circle right now.
Jean-Michel Bale wins all 3 motos here in the USGP. Got to make you happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy. It's my last World Championship race, so I'm very happy to win, and, it's a nice finish.
Where does Jean-Michel Bale go from here?
He's going to finish the Supercross Championship and try to take it again, and after riding in the 250 National and 500 National in US, and after try to make everything ready for next year to ride in road racing.
What was the key to winning today's event?
I think, it was take a good start and be in shape.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Fram Bendix Autolite scoreboard shows Jean-Michel Bale with the overall win. All 3 motos were his. Jeff Matasevich finishes second, a second and 2/3 in the 3 motos. Billy Lyles, a third, a second, and a 4th. George Jobé with a 4th, a 5th, and a 2nd. As we look at the rest of the top 10, I'll remind you, these points count up towards that World Championship all year long, so it matters to them. Now, let's join Terry Clanton, who's down in the Victory Circle area with Jeff Matasevich.
Jeff Matasevich, 2nd place here in the USGP. Boy, you had to work hard in that 3rd one.
Yeah, I did. My starts, I'm usually a really good starter, and I don't know if I just didn't practice enough during the week on the 500, but it's really hard to win races when you get poor starts like I got all 3 motos, I had to work a lot harder. I was looking forward to running with Jean-Michel Bale, and I think I could have gone his speed and possibly beat him, but it's one of those what-ifs. He won today. I guess he was a better rider today.
Did this home crowd pump you up a little bit?
Oh, definitely. He's, all up on the hill people just yelling and screaming. It's definitely an adrenaline boost, and it definitely pushed me to catch him.
Are you happy with 2nd place?
I am, considering. I'm not real happy with 2nd, but considering where I had to come from to get it, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're right there.
As we take a look now at the World Championship point standings, Jeff Ward, your final thoughts.
Well, I think Bale rode flawlessly today, and I think I wish Matasevich would have got a little bit better start to give him a little more run for the money.
Well, good call on that. For Jeff Ward and Terry Clanton, I'm Bruce Flanders. Thanks a lot for watching.
Prime Network's exclusive coverage of Honda's presentation of the Shoei Helmets U.S. Grand Prix has been brought to you by Kawasaki. Kawasaki, let the good times rule. By Sunstar Sprockets. On the dirt, on the pavement, Sunstar is the choice of champions. And by Honda, the Supercross 250 and 500 champion. Powerful reasons to ride red in 92. Honda, come ride with us.
Promotional consideration by La Quinta Inns, America's hotel.
The strength of experience.